Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey guys, TGIF. How are we really wrapping up another week here at Ho? This one was like, something. And, shout out to our herb of the week, Wood Betony. It's our 41st herb of the week. So if you've been hanging out with me, we've done 41 herbs. Like that's actually a lot. And we're still not done yet. So anyway, shout out to Wood Betony for coming in this week. For me personally, a full moon, coming off that full moon, holy full moon fuckery, you guys. I have so much to say about that, yet so little. To remind me to be grounded when the full moon was testing me. Did you get tested this week? Like, were you tested like I was tested? Like, I was ready to go back on, treaties and agreements and progress. Just because, like the full moon had me kind of going a little bit crazy, a little bit like, oh my gosh, like maybe his beard isn't so blue. Okay. So if you've been following my saga, it's like I have had to learn from Wood Betony this week to manage, what did it say? Manage relationships and responsibilities with ease. No, but what did it say about boundaries? Oh yeah, strengthening your boundaries with your gut feelings, connecting with your intuition. But yeah, strengthening your boundaries. So that's what the full moon tested me on this week, going back on some boundaries that I had set for myself, that I had taken a lot of time and effort and many months and many tears and many realizations to set for myself, right? Basically, to bring you up to speed, it was the boundary that even though I know a lot of great people who happen to be alcoholics, personally, that is a boundary that I have to maintain for my own well-being, because being around alcoholism is poisonous to me personally, right? It's just, I think because I really do think because it triggers something within me that I want to save that person from themselves. And then ultimately I never succeed at that. And I'm just like set up for failure because you can't change people. And it's like, so anyways, I was going to go back on that treaty. I'm going to call it a treaty because it was like, hey, we are in good terms, but it's like, maybe we'll hang out again because why? Because it's a full moon and my body thinks that it needs somebody to pay attention to it. Even though I have proven to myself, entering my 10th month, you can survive without dick. So I almost went back on this boundary that I put up for myself. I tested it out a couple months ago, right? Like I was like, yep, there's nothing there. Like, I purposely put myself around a specific person to see like if there was anything really there. And I'm like, no, there's not. So I don't know what happened this week. Probably like just in my own imaginings, like, maybe it's not so bad. Like, hey, like there's a part of me inside my head that's like, hey girl, why don't you just go have some fun? Okay, make a fest out of it. Get like a fuck fest going on. Just anyone you see, right? Just anyone, everyone. Well, that is not who I am. But yet there is this like devil on my shoulder every once in a while that's like, what's the point? Who cares? Just anyone, everyone, like go be out for yourself. But it's like, actually, that doesn't work like that for me at all. That's not who I am. Like, I'm so loyal and monogamous. It's disgusting. My devil on my shoulder is disgusted with me. Like, he's like, you're no fun. I'm like, I know. No, I know. Now leave me alone so I can focus on my projects and get back to what I'm supposed to be focused on right now. And let things play out in their own divine timing. I think that was the other thing that like really got pulled up for me. Testing challenged my faith, my belief. Like, I do believe there's a divine plan for me. I do feel like, hey, I've let the universe know what I think I would like, and the universe knows and God knows what would be best for me. Like, why don't I just keep trusting in that? Like, why all of a sudden did I think like I needed to like compromise my boundaries? Was it because I was so sick in November and got scared that I was going to die, and I was like, oh my God, like, could I please have sex like one more time before I die? Like, just like, hello. I think that's probably what started it. And then the full moon energy came in and just made me kind of crazy. But then luckily, here's the thing about me. I don't act on like my first impulse, right? I give myself time to like be like, oh, I don't know, maybe not. And I allowed the energy, the waters to settle, and then I could see clearly through that full moon fuckery. That's all I can explain it. It's like I was doing good, and then all of a sudden, like I like all of a sudden was getting ready to make bad choices. You know. Luckily, I'm still in charge here, not the full moon. And I'm like, you know what? Send me a sign, send me a glimmer of hope, send me some reminders. Please step up, Spirit, and show me a few things. And it did. Little synchronicities, a meaningful conversation, like just little reminders that everything is the way it should be. And you should probably avoid poison if you know it's poison. If you know something is poisonous for you, do you think you should avoid it? Yeah, right? Like, I'm shaking my head yes at myself. Okay. So anyways, that's where we're at. I got through yesterday. I got through one of 2 dental appointments for my children. Today there's another one. Hopefully it's easy. And hopefully I don't have an anxiety an anxiety attack while I'm watching my child get her mouth worked on and deck the dentist. So pray for me. Pray for, I have a clean criminal record up to this point. Like, I'm going to try so hard to keep it mark free. Okay. Like, I've never acted out on any of my vengeful urges. So why start now? Okay, we're not going to do that. So that's that. And then this weekend, I purposely scheduled myself like some activities to participate with people. Like, hey, maybe you do need a little more interaction. This weekend, I'm going to do a wreath making afternoon with some of my lady friends on Sunday, and then tomorrow, I do my cleaning lady thing. And then I specifically scheduled a Walmart pickup where I ordered chicken meat. So I would have to go home after I pick it up. So there's like very little chance of any full moon fuckery slipping in at this point, especially now that I'm aware of it. All right, so we're going to do something a little special today. We're going to give the numbers a break. Usually on Fridays, I have you pick a pile according to a number. Nope, not today. We're going to do something special. Today, you're going to pick either wood, shell, or feather. So which one did you just automatically go to? A piece of wood, a seashell, or a feather? Wood, shell, feather. So that's how you're going to pick your pile. And before I even came to this wanting to do, I realized yesterday that I wanted to give you a unicorn. Like, I don't know. I just was thinking about you and I was like, you know what? I want to give everybody a unicorn. So we're going to do a unicorn card, and we're going to do our last hypnotic word card. Good job, everybody. We went through the whole deck of hypnotic words. So if you have been listening without you even realizing it, I taught you however many cards are in a playing deck. I don't know, 52, 78, I don't know. We got a lot new words in our vocabulary and our way that we can communicate and lovingly manipulate people. No, we're not going to do it for that. We're going to become hypnotists, you guys. That's our future plan together, right? We're all going to learn hypnotism and we're going to help people. Maybe not. But anyways, it was really fun to learn these hypnotic words, and we're done. We have 3 more today. Congratulations. We went through that whole deck, and I don't know if we were going to remember any of it, but we did it. Okay. It's just another thing to say good job about. We did that. You're going to get a hypnotic language from Mike Mandel. You're going to get a botanic whisper. Botanic, is that how we say botanic now, Sade? Botanic whisper from ferociousink.com. You're going to get a soul flower from Lisa Estabrook. You're going to get a plant spirit oracle card from Dana O'Driscoll. And then we're going to wrap it up with an Andara crystal. And I don't know who did that. Anyways, while I'm looking to see, now I'll just look now. I gave everybody else a shout out. So Erica L. Rock and Yama L. Cash did the Andara Oracle cards. And they're awesome, and that's why we end with them. Now, I want to just tell you real quick before we do our Wood Betony affirmations. The reason I even did this wood shell feather pick-a-pile for you is yesterday on my way home from my errands, I stopped at my mom's house, and she's like, I want you to pick out what kind of Christmas decorations you want in your centerpiece. And I was like, Mom, you can just like get, like whatever you do. So no, I want you to pick them out. And I was like, okay, we're not arguing with Mom. And I did. I picked out the ones that I wanted. She's like, well, what about these? And I'm like, well, okay, like whatever you think, Mom. But anyways, I picked out gold, of course, because like gold is my color, and the unicorns are like white and gold, and even the wood and the shell got this gold feel. Like, it's just beautiful looking at these in front of me. But anyways, in the Christmas flower arrangement decorations that I was picking out the ones that I wanted, there's a feather, like an awesome feather. Like, this is the best feather I've ever seen. And I looked it up. It's from a great horned owl. I was like, Mom, what are you doing with that feather? She's like, I don't know. I just found it in the yard and I brought it in. And I was like, well, if you ever don't want it, Mom, like, I will take that feather. Like, even though it's your feather, Mom, like, this feather was meant to find you. But she wasn't feeling the specialness in this feather. So I was like, well, I will love this feather. Like, it was meant for me. And she said I could just take it. So today I was like, how can I work this feather? I was just going to lay the feather across the table, like, just to have it in the picture, like, because I want you to see how awesome it is. And where I have this feather is above my kitchen sink. And then I'm looking across my kitchen sink, and I've also brought in very recently a seashell that I found in the garden. And it's got this awesome spiral. It's like one of them long pointy ones that you could stab somebody to death with. And so I had brought that in because I just wanted it inside. And then also there was this piece of wood, and it's only like 2.5 inches long and pointy at the end. And it smells really good. And a tree fell down in my neighbor's yard, and my son and I went over just to check it out, and he wanted to use his axe. So I was like, grab it, let's go. And he ripped off this piece of wood, and he gave it to me, and I don't know, I guess because my kid doesn't ever give me nothing. I kept it, and I love it. And it's dried now. Like, it was all fresh and smelled like a fresh cut tree, and I love that smell. But now it's like dried and really like a cool shape. So that's here. So I have these items on my windowsill. Like, I have the feather in a little crystal skull vase, and I have the seashell in a glass bowl, and then the piece of wood just usually sits under my iPhone holder that I usually have when I'm doing dishes because I'm listening to music. And then there's a basil plant. So anyways, that's what's on my windowsill. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to bring the feather to the show, why not the seashell and the wood? And so anyways, that's the really long, drawn out, unnecessary story of why today you get to pick a pile to whatever you are called to and resonate most with: wood, shell, or feather. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our herb of the week, Wood Betony, and I lovingly dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I am grounded. I focus on my projects in a relaxed way. I feel the earth's love for me. I am ready for exciting surprises. With a peaceful heart, I gather information and truth for my plans and goals. I am grounded. I focus on my projects in a relaxed way. I feel the earth's love for me. I am ready for exciting surprises. With a peaceful heart, I gather information and truth for my plans and goals. So be it. So thank you, Wood Betony. Every day it's good to remind ourselves that I am grounded, but especially when, like I said this week, that full moon fuckery trying to take our heads off and float us out of our reasoning and good sense. I am grounded, and that's why, I love bringing items from nature into my house. It reminds me of things that keep me grounded into the earth, Mother. I feel the earth's love for me. So whenever she gives me gifts like feathers and shells and little pieces of wood, that also has the energetic imprint of my son on it. I just love this stuff so much. And I love the affirmations, and I hope that we gave Wood Betony enough attention this week, but then I was kind of laughing about it. If we didn't, well, I'm sorry, Wood Betony, but who else? No one else really gives you that much attention either. And I think I probably gave Wood Betony more attention than most people ever have, with a whole podcast, man. So don't complain. As he's looking at me with his little big eyes and mustache. That card cracks me up. But yeah, I guess just the energy of the week, when I look back, I think, did we absorb enough of Wood Betony's energy? Did he do a good job getting us excited for some surprises, right? The little Wood Betony fairy, are you ready for some exciting surprises? Maybe something that you didn't even think, and here it is. Just fairies so proud of their part that they played. Is Wood Betony getting us into a place where we can focus on our projects in a relaxed way and, with a peaceful heart, just kind of keep on chipping away at the boulder that we are continuing to work on? Just kind of chilling out a bit, and being patient, the Seven of Swords with the Wood Betony. Hey, you might not have all the information right now. Just kind of chill out and let it be uncovered. So anyways, thank you, Wood Betony. Thank you so much. All right, so wood, shell, feather. Ooh, which one? I know, which one? They're all so good. They're all so good. So anyways, the unicorns are fantastic. This is Diana Cooper's deck. I pulled myself a card just before I got started here. I got number 3, blessings for myself. Count your blessings, and the good in your life will multiply. It's if my guides, sometimes I really feel if they had the ability to roll their eyes and shake their heads and just rub their faces with, oh my God, why can't she get it? Why can't she get it that what she focuses on makes a difference. Like whatever you focus on will multiply. Do you want your bullshit to multiply? Do you want your stress to multiply? Or do you want your blessings to multiply? And so this card has a farmer, and there's like all these animals around him. Like, I just want to be very clear with the universe. I don't want any more animals, domestic animals. Like, I would like a crow friend to visit me when I sit on the porch. Like, that's fine. A great horned owl, also cool. But like, there's like pigs and ducks and cats and dogs and sheep and cows, and I don't know. I mean, the 5 rabbits and 2 dogs that is here now seems to be enough. So I just want to say to the universe, oh my gosh, and guess what the next card underneath it? I picked this card up to have a better look at it. Guess what the next unicorn is? Feather, number 8. This calling card from the unicorns tells you they are near. So I know I love it when I find feathers, and this truly is my mom's feather, although I found it in her garage. But it's like, I do love gifts like that. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna close this squeaky drawer, make some room. Wood, shell, feather. So I'm gonna move the feather up here. Sorry for constantly clearing my throat in your ear this week. I'm almost better completely from November. But, and I didn't actually do this all morning when I read 2 different parts of chapter 18 for A Course in Miracles. I never once did this. And Daniel Scranton, I kept it cool for that recording. I saved this for you, I guess. All right, so here's wood. Let me get these cards laid out. You don't have as many cards as I have done in the past because it's 10:40. Holy shit, and I need to get moving. Okay, her dentist appointment is at noon. It's just right down the road. So convenient to just, only travel less than 15 minutes for someone to constantly fuck up your mouth. I need to find a different dentist. Okay. I need to count my blessings and stop even thinking about teeth and dentists. Like, I get it. I got some tweaking to do. Absolutely. So here's what you got. Here's what you got, you guys. If you picked wood, you got the unicorn. Ooh, you got 43. You got the queen of the unicorns. She is most magnificent. She's more of a Pegasus. She's got wings, because she's the queen of the unicorns. And she says, you are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom. So if you picked that wood, maybe because, you really do resonate with trees and grounding and being an antenna. Trees are the antennas of the earth, and you yourself are an antenna. You're a conduit between heaven and earth. And so a lot of us just completely connect with the trees because we get it. we get the bringing in of the energy. We get it. Trees are our role models in so many ways. Like, they ground themselves into the earth. They're anchored. They're sturdy. They're abundant. They're giving. They reach ever upward and outward toward the light and to humanity. They give us oxygen. Like, who the hell doesn't want to be a tree? Like, that's a very admirable position. So anyways, the queen of unicorns is coming in to remind you that you are blessed with love, compassion, and wisdom. So you got a pretty awesome unicorn. You got the queen. All right, so she will be overlighting your reading and hopefully your weekend. Like, just hang out with the queen. Hang out with counting your blessings, with feeling the love, with really tapping in to your own wisdom. And yeah, the best wisdom comes through compassion. Now, you got the 2 of hearts with your hypnotic word. And now that we're at the end of this deck, I'm really I was wishing that I would have fallen in love more with the cardamancy, with the playing card like divination. I really didn't. I mean, it's been interesting and fun, and we can look up the Two of Hearts like we've been doing. Hearts are all about emotions and the home, and the Two of Hearts is prosperity, success, engagement, and partnership. Ooh. So yeah, you will be blessed this weekend with love, success, prosperity, engagement, partnership, compassionate partnership. That sounds nice. But your hypnotic word, I don't know if it's a but or an and, it's pacing and leading. So actually it's maybe not words, but a technique, I think. So anyways, yeah, I was hoping to fall in love more with the cardamancy meanings because I have a playing deck of poker cards that is a unicorn. They have like purple unicorns. And I was like, oh, you're cute. That one time that I got a Barnes & Noble gift card and I had to figure out something to buy. That's what I bought. And I was hoping to fall in love with the cardamancy so I could use it like in that manner. But yeah, I don't know. It might just take some time to get on the cardamancy, or maybe not. Like you don't have to do everything. So maybe that's another one of your messages. You don't have to be it all to everybody and do everything and acquire all the knowledge, like delegate. Understand, like the Arcturian said this morning with the Daniel Scranton channeling, that we are a collective. So once you start to see us as a collective of energy, you don't feel like you have to do it all. Like you can tap into the work somebody else is doing and benefit from their wisdom, benefit from their experience, their expansion. And really, it's kind of like riding the wave of a greater collaboration. And that's truly what we are. Okay, that was interesting to see. So your pacing and leading, though, let's see what it says. To pace a subject is to feed back what's already happening to her. You do this verbally by pointing out what's there. The result builds rapport, enabling you to then lead the subject with your words. So practice using 3 pacing statements and 1 leading statement. Are you following? Are you following me? This will come in handy when you're a hypnotist. Okay, so here's the example that they use with 3 pacing statements and 1 leading statement. So to pace, before I give you the example, to pace is to basically just feedback what's already happening to her, and then after we've built that rapport, then we will lead the subject with our leading statement. Here's an example. And you can feel the chair underneath you. And notice the temperature of the room. And the feeling in your hands. And you can go even deeper. See what we did there? All right, so it's like we're just basically talking about like, well, what's already going on, right? Because she's sitting in a chair, there's a temperature in the room, she's got hands to feel. So then you've got her, you've paced her. She's like, yeah, man, yeah. And then you lead her deeper into trance. And you can go even deeper. So it's like, kind of like walking with somebody, right? You grab onto their hand ever so gently. A few paces later, a few steps later, you can lead them left into the woods. Right? You can lead them where you want them to go. This is a good technique, pacing and leading. Okay, before I get too distracted, because I do have to like kind of cruise along here. You got an essential oil today from Botanic Whispers, and she too seems like a queen because she has wings of steamy black smoke almost. And you got thyme. Thyme is coming in with courage and smoke and safe passage. Ooh. So that's kind of interesting to me because you picked the wood pile, and we could light this wood on fire. I'm not, but we could light it on fire. I mean, I'll save this little chunk of wood for the rest of my life, you guys. It's ridiculous. But you pick the wood fire and you're getting smoke, right? You're getting safe passage and courage. Now, if you're not feeling this, like you're feeling a little like, I don't know if I'm worthy enough to hang out with the Queen of Unicorns and have success and prosperity and love and partnership, and you're just like going like, oh wow, I don't know. This is saying have courage, okay? If you're feeling like a coward or in limbo, or you just kind of feel extinguished, like the flame has gone out, have courage to maybe step into a newer energy and feel your blessings and feel more love and allow more compassion and wisdom to rise into your heart. And that's what she says. The time says, I rise to challenges with courage in my heart and fire in my soul. I move easily through this life and beyond, elevating my spirit as I go. So yeah, and beyond. The two parts of the Course in Miracles, chapter 18 that I was reading today, I think it was 5 and 6. But anyways, it's like really touching upon some interesting things now about, getting out of our bodies. That, did you ever feel like you transcended your body? Like you forgot you were in a body and you were just in energy, and eventually we're all going to transcend these bodies, elevating our spirits as we go, right? Like the smoke rises up into the heavens, we will too. And so, yeah, we got to use that energy to basically keep rising to the challenges that we find now, like get the fire going in your soul now. Get to know who you really are now. You're not a body. That's not who you are. You need to get out of your bodies and out of your heads and into your essence, like into your hearts. That's where that's at. Into that energy that is eternal and who you truly are. So beautiful, Queen of the Unicorns, and time to really give us the courage to light that fire with the wood. Your soul flower is purple poppy with evolution. Now what's cool about this is as soon as I turned over the purple poppy, I realized how purple the sky was behind the Queen of Unicorns. Like it just pulled that color right out of the picture at me. And so this is so gorgeous. Like with the time lady, she's in this green, kind of flowy, I don't know if it's silk, but something very light and flowy dress. And she's got big bunches of thyme hanging from her hair. Anyways, it's awesome. And now this green and purple vibe is really fantastic. And purple poppy comes in with a message of evolution. So I wasn't just being a weirdo telling you that you're going to evolve in your life in this incarnation, and then after that you're going to keep evolving forever and ever into something more and more and more until we merge completely with Source. If you didn't know that, there you go. All right, so here's what purple poppy says to you. Way to keep it fun and light, Sadie. Purple poppy helps align your physical self with your soul purpose and your higher self. I repeat for my bitches in the back that weren't listening to that. Purple poppy helps align your physical self with your soul purpose and your higher self. So if you've only considered yourself to be a body up until this point, now is the time for you to align with your soul purpose and connect with your higher self. Okay? That part of you that is not in your body. Only a small part of you decided to incarnate and get trapped in these meat suits. The most of you, the majority of your essence is not in this body. So you need to align with it with you. You align with you, your higher self, your higher you, your greater self, your soul self. For when your foundations are rocking and your entire being is evolving, Purple Poppy helps support deep levels of integration, connection, and rest. Wherever you land, she will help you adapt and find the beauty in the process. So that to me says, hey, wherever you're at is fine. Okay. You can adapt. Time will give you the courage and safe passage to get through whatever it is you're getting through. You do have this message of integration, connection, and rest. So the Queen of the Unicorns is like, yeah, just rest in that feeling of being blessed. Rest in that love, compassion, and wisdom. Time is here to, time is so classically connected to bravery and protection, and kind of giving you that space to be like, even medicinally, time is so beneficial to the lungs, right? So take a deep breath and just kind of feel safe to rest and be where you're at and integrate everything that you've been summoning. What did you go through this week? What did the full moon bring up for you? You need a breather to integrate that and to let it be oh, okay, all right, this week was crazy. I don't really need to do much more of anything except integrate this weekend. All right, let's move on. Your plant spirit, yep, is, this is it. Hawthorn with protection, healing, and gateways. So, yep, it matches perfectly. It's got a little purple, a little green. This Hawthorn card is that one where there is the lady walking down this kind of shady hawthorn forest path, but she is protected by all this rainbow light. So it doesn't matter that the sky is filled with dark purple clouds, kind of looming. Maybe it's going to just bust into some thunderous rain storm, but it's she's cool, she's protected, she's healing, she feels that gateway of evolution, that safe passage of time, and she's doing her healing work in a protected way. Wood Betony's chiming in. Yeah, she's got boundaries, her rainbow light around her. The hawthorn is beautiful heart medicine, but it's thorny. It'll cut you up, and it's you gotta have your boundaries. Absolutely. While you do your healing work, while you integrate and connect and rest, right? Consider yourself surrounded by protective hawthorn. Ooh, such an amazing protective hedgerow. If you didn't want people getting in easily, you would plant hawthorn all around you, right? But sometimes it's that's what you need. That is what you need to find that courage in your heart and that fire in your soul. And give yourself a space to elevate your spirit. You just sometimes need to hang out with hawthorn and thyme and purple poppy. I get it. I totally get it. All right, so thanks for choosing wood. Your Andara crystal activation attunement, to wrap this up for you, is Andarian Rainbow Oracle. So of course I'm going to think that's hilarious because this woman has rainbow light all around her, protecting her, opening up this portal, this gateway within her. That's such a message this week. It's there I went, full moon fuckery, looking outside of myself for something that is inside of me. The connection I really want is inside of me. Granted, I am down with the Course in Miracles, really entering this topic now of minds connecting with each other. And that to me was exactly the message that I personally needed. No, it's not about you banging bodies with somebody. What you really want is a true connection, and it was just a good reminder, even just entertaining the idea of making bad choices was enough for me to be you know what, it probably is so such a fantastic thing to like hold out for something next level, you know. And hey, maybe it'll happen in your life, and maybe not. But let's not lower our standards. Let's not. Like 10 months into purifying myself from lowering my standards, like energetically, I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying, why would I even think about stepping out of my hawthorn grove that I have so lovingly manifested for myself? I have created such a beautiful space for myself to evolve, to feel my strength, to feel my inner queen of unicorns. Why the fuck would I let anybody in right now that was less than a king? Like, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, ladies, aren't you ready? And my dudes, aren't you ready for a queen? Aren't you ready for someone who wants to evolve with you because they themselves are on a fairly similar path? And I know it sucks to walk this path alone. Like, I've been doing it. I've been doing it longer than 10 months, that's for sure. I mean, I feel like I've been years on this path alone, and it's okay. But, you know, it's natural for us to want to think about connecting with like-minded people and individuals at times. That's our nature, and that's ultimately what we're going to do, because that's how we ultimately are going to be. But we got to get through this healing within ourselves, open up gateways, find the beauty in the process of all of this, be so willing to adapt and be open, to what the infinite love has in mind for us. And yeah, just go with it. All right, feel blessed. Queen of Unicorns. Here's your Ondarian Rainbow Oracle activation. If you chose wood, infinite love and light are available to you through my essence. Hold me up to the sun and allow the solar rays to penetrate my being, activating your pineal and pituitary glands. Access to universal intelligence is yours. I can assist you in accessing your Akashic records, the birth records of your soul's many incarnations. Hold me to your third eye. Ask your question, let go, and listen to the wisdom that comes. I am the ultimate oracle, and I will gift you with spiritual insights and inspirations. I will activate your rainbow light body, the overcoat of your soul, infusing you with the full spectrum and full potential you came here to become. All right, so the wood had the wisdom for sure. All right, now, like always, that first pile gets all of our energy and attention. And now the second, third piles is just like, here's your cards, get the fuck out of here. All right, if you picked shell, this awesome seashell with a spiral in it, you got number 5, closeness. You got the unicorn of closeness. Now, number 5 to me always means change. And so it's like, if you feel like you've had a little block in getting close to your spirit guides, to yourself, to whatever, maybe now is the time to something different to come through for you. Now, this card specifically says your unicorn is so very close to you. Aw. So this might be a good pile for those people who really believe in unicorns. Like, they get it that like there are things that are in other dimensions that we can't see with our physical eyes. They really do believe and feel. And like, even the other day got all that. Was that just yesterday with the trees? Yeah, the dragon energy. Like, there's a reason why dragons have been in myths and stories and paintings, because there's always some people who can tap in to the realm where they do exist. Everything exists. That's what the aliens tell me. Everything exists, and I believe them. You know, like if something with a mantis head tells you that everything exists, like you believe that, right? All right, now, I've never seen a mantis head yet, but I did see a light body once when I was 16, and I'm thinking that was probably Pleiadian, but that's another story, and if you've hung out with me long enough, you've probably heard it. Okay, chop chop, Sade. Your hypnotic language, if you pick the seashell, is the Queen of Hearts, which would have been a really cool one if I could have put this on the first pile. Damn it, you guys. You fucked up. You fucked up. No, I didn't fuck up. I let everything be guided in the way it's supposed to, and let synchronicities come in or not. It doesn't matter to me. I have fun either way. Now, the Queen of Hearts says, what's next? Okay, like if you've got a unicorn very close to you, that's a great thing to ask the unicorn. What's next? Because were you expecting to see a unicorn? Probably not. Now what? Right? What's next? This is the perfect question to end a hypnotherapy or coaching session. By asking what's next, we put the responsibility securely back on the client to ensure that change continues to integrate. By asking what's next, we encourage the subject to keep moving forward. So it's like at the end of this podcast, even though I brought in lots of messages, ultimately the responsibility gets now put securely onto you. It's always on you, right? People just come in and add their 2 cents, but ultimately the responsibility is on your back to keep changing, to keep integrating, to keep moving forward. So what's next? You tell me, right? You tell me. This is your journey. This is your experience. What's next? Ooh, what's next, universe? What's next? I don't know. This is just a fun. I like the Abraham Hicks, now what? Now what, universe? Oh, that was fun. Now what? You know? I mean, I'm ready for exciting surprises with Wood Betony. Now what? Ooh, I found a feather yesterday. Now what? Now what will I find? Genuine human connection. Now what? All right, the Queen of Hearts says, a nice woman with fair hair. See, this is why I can't get into this shit. Really? That's what's next for me? A fair woman? No, a woman with fair hair. So the Queen of Hearts is here just to be here. Let's see what essential oil you get. This is not a woman with fair hair. This is sage. Her hair is darker than mine. It's like purple brunette. It's fantastic. Sage is here. What's next? Sage. What's next? Immortality, strength, salvage. Hopefully the reverse of this card is not next, because that would suck. Disease, unprotected, abandoned. We don't want that to be next. We want strength to be next. She's wearing this silver shiny armor. She literally could have hopped off of a unicorn. She is a knight in shining armor. She has a sword across her knee. She's fantastic. And she says, though I am divinely protected, I am the only hero I truly need. My salvation lies in realizing my own strength. So it's like, even though it's so sweet to see this unicorn next to this little child in your closeness card, and you can tap into the energy of all your guides. But guess what? Ultimately, this is all on your back. You are your own hero. So don't wait for somebody to swoop in and save your ass. You have to step up. You have to realize your own strength. You need to recognize what you truly need. Yes, you're divinely protected, but you are the one that carries the sword. So this is definitely a message that's like I love you. Now keep moving, right? You're divinely protected. Now what are you going to do with your own inner strength? Your soul flower is Aster. You can kiss my Aster. That always makes me laugh in my head for many reasons, but I often think that my very last podcast at Herbal Marie should be, you should kiss my Aster. Like, I should just end it that way. Like, let's be honest. But this Aster has a message for you of illumination. Like a star illuminating your way, Aster helps provide clarity and focus so that you can discover appropriate channels of communication and self-expression without anxiety and self-consciousness. Aster helps you to manifest your creative ideas, translating inspiration into physical form. So realizing your own strength, making an act of power, an act of beauty in this world. Okay, I really like emphasized appropriate channels because I just had my full moon fuckery fantasy moment where I thought maybe I just want to quit being the good girl. You know, like maybe like where's the benefit in this? Like, and it's like, no, that's not an appropriate channel of communication and self-expression. That's why there's resistance. That's why there's a little anxiety. That's why I don't feel quite right. You even thinking about like veering off your path. What you need to do, and you too, is stay on your path of your acts of love and power. Manifesting your creative ideas, putting out your gifts into the world, having appropriate channels of expression for you to manifest. And so let that be illuminated with your divine inspiration and your divine protection, and you're focusing. What's next? Illumination. Illumination. What's next? What type of act of creative idea do you want to manifest? Ooh, let's see what you get with the plant spirit. Cool. You get ghost pipe. Wow. Talk about, this is like one of the trippiest cards. It's like the ghost pipe is like merging out of this leaf litter, like this rubbish of brown leaves on a forest floor. And it's at night, so there's like this cosmic twinkling sky. And out of the ghost pipe, there's these swirling, like almost like vasey goddess, like, yeah, it's like almost like the hips of a goddess. And then going up and into the heart chakra, I see everything in the shape of that goddess symbol. But anyways, there's a door that you could open. What's next? Maybe you want to illuminate what's on the other side of that portal, that door, a new journey. So Ghost Pipe comes in with journeys and perspective and distance. Maybe it's time to put on your armor, warrior, adventurer, explorer. You are divinely protected. What's holding you back? Don't fall to fear. There's something new out there. What's next? You have a unicorn beside you, for fuck's sake. What are you afraid of? Open the door. Open the door without anxiety, without self-consciousness. This is your story. This is your journey. You're the hero of this story. Do you really just want to sit on a couch and eat potato chips? I mean, if they are sour cream and onion, have a few of them. And then get up, open the door, and take that step into your next journey. Go the distance. Change your perspective. With your unicorn. All right, so you got a beautiful Ondarian opalescent pink crystal to really just add a little more beauty here at the end of your reading. And with the Queen of Hearts, with the unicorn, with Sage, with Aster, with Ghost Pipe, now you have the Ondarian opalescent pink with your activation. And I'm just going to laugh so hard because the first word is goddess. And I was seeing the goddess in the Ghost Pipe. Goddess, I am here to assist you to become a true and pure embodiment of the Divine Mother. For men, I help you to embrace the sacred aspects of the Divine Feminine within you so that you may become balanced and whole. My energy is soft, loving, gentle, and compassionate. If you are feeling stubborn, inflexible, needing to be right and hard, work with my energy to soften your perspectives and attitudes, shining my light onto all situations in your life. I will help you to see clearly through the eyes of divine, the eyes of love, to make wise choices that benefit the good of all. I had to hang around. Do you hear that? Wise choices, appropriate channels, okay? Just another confirmation from Spirit to stay on the path. Make good, appropriate channels. Make wise choices. Goddess energy. Stepping into that embodiment of the Divine Mother. That illumination. That shining eyes of love onto everything you do. Ooh, that would be a definitely, absolutely beautiful journey in itself. All right, onward to the feather. All right, last pile, the feather. I freaking hate rushing. I hate feeling rushed. I feel like that's maybe like part of the reason why this week felt so wonky too. Like Wood Betony, did I give you enough attention? Because how many podcasts was I like super rushed this week? Or had to fly out of the house and be somewhere at the early hour of 10 or noon. And if I would have got my ass out of bed at 5 when I woke up, instead of laying there listening to K-pop, I could have like been ahead of the game. But I guess I must like the little bit of adrenaline that I get from hurry, hurry, hurry every once in a while. Okay, but next week, all I have to do is celebrate a birthday. My baby is turning 12. And other than that, I'm going to be like super here for you. Okay, I'm here for you now. And so is a unicorn. Number 28, service. So yeah, I'll be here too. Service to the all, right? That's where we're all headed in many shapes, forms, sizes, ways, differences. Service to the all. There's so many ways that we can help serve and help others. And this unicorn of service says, service with an open heart is a key to satisfaction. Now here we have like a nurse with a dude and he's in a wheelchair, he broke his ankle or something, because he probably fucking tried to ride a unicorn. But let's not get into the irony of this situation right now. There's a cherry blossom tree in full bloom with its pink blossoms. I feel like that might be relevant. But for me, personally, my little personal add-in, service with an open heart is a key to satisfaction. For a lot of time in my service to the all, my ego was still kicking and screaming, and I did so begrudgingly. And then I created resentment in me, which actually made me sick and more of a bitch for a while. Well, since I realized that, oh my God, this is going to kill me if I keep doing this, I have to get into my heart space, and I got more unconditionally loving. Thank you, Mother Mary, for helping me with that. Now it's more satisfying to give. It's more satisfying to help now that my heart is genuinely open. But yeah, I had to work pretty dang hard to get to that place. I had to wrestle my ego to the ground and put my elbow in her face. Like, how many times? Like, who's even counting anymore? That bitch just kept on rearing up, and she's still totally there if I need her. But I am definitely changing into someone that 10 years ago I wouldn't even have recognized as me. Just like when I go back and listen to my podcast from like 4 years ago or even a couple years ago, I'm a different person, not just because of the sound of my voice. My voice is so different than it used to be. But anyways, right? Because part of that path of service for me was literally opening up that throat chakra and rampaging my vocal cords. Yeah. Okay. So your hypnotic language for your service card is, and this is the last hypnotic card that we're doing here at Ho. Unless we just bring this deck in for shits and giggles later, we're done with it. 10 of Spades. You might have noticed ... I love ... I overuse them any chance I get. The 10 of Spades. Spades are all about roadblocks to your path or other difficulties. That could be a problem. The 10 of Spades says, oh, great. We're ending with misfortune and worry, imprisonment, and unwelcome news. So, I mean, obviously, this so far is a message, like, don't try to ride your unicorn just yet, because the 10 of Spades, you might end up being that dude with the ankle. I'm just saying. Like, stay off the unicorn just for now, okay? I'll keep you posted. All right, you might have noticed ... This causes an immediate shift of attention and redirects the mind. By changing the subject's focus, you can redirect them to something more resourceful or at least different. So as you sit there, you might have noticed you've already started to change. And then all of a sudden you're like thinking about how you've started to change. Like you've totally forgotten all about unicorns and broken ankles and 10 of Spades. I've redirected your attention to something else. So this could be very valuable within ourselves when we start to focus on what isn't working and we need to redirect our attention to blessings, to appreciation, to change. Okay, you might have noticed you've already started to change. And this service card is number 28. And when I think back of how I was at 28, 28 was a pivotal year for me, again, morphing into a new version of myself. I mean, I do it all the time, probably every day, but it's like there have been some big life moments like 24, 28, you know, definitely 40, that I shed an old skin. I sometimes just morphed completely differently. Like 24 was when I became a mother. Bam, just like that, I was a different person in the blink of an eye, literally. Even before the baby came, I was different. And then after the baby came, it was a done deal. 28 was also very pivotal to me as well. And so that's number 28. Your essential oil is lavender. We just saw this one not too long ago. She's got like, she looks like a porcupine with all the lavender spikes of flowers coming out of her hair and then down her spine. She's awesome. She's very creature-ish looking. Serenity, femininity, calm. You might have noticed you're already starting to calm down. In stillness, I can hear my higher self telling me that stress is an illusion that I can let go of whenever I choose. Yeah, you remember this one, don't you? Because it's like stress is only in your life because you keep holding on to it. And you picked the feather pile. So aren't you ready to drop that stress? Aren't you ready to fly a little freer? Aren't you ready to just be like not held down, to soar above and just float in the air, let the wind carry you for a little bit, and that calmness? You might have noticed you've already let go of stress. And your soul flower is iris, so more purple inspiration coming in. Oh my God. And the dude in the wheelchair, he's wearing a purple shirt. How did I not notice that? He wore his purple shirt. He tried to ride his unicorn and it didn't work out very good. But guess what? He's going to let that go. He's going to let that go now. And be encouraged with iris and inspiration. Iris encourages you to cultivate the beauty within so you can better create and express it in the world around you. So first within, then without. First inside of you, then you can project it outside of you. But you got to cultivate the beauty within you first before you're confident enough to wear a purple shirt, my dudes. You better be feeling pretty inside, okay? You better cultivate that beauty within you, or else you're going to feel awkward in a purple shirt. But once you connect with your inner lavender, your inner iris, your inner open heart, you can wear purple. In the back, that's so cool because the back of your attunement card, which I haven't flipped over yet, is really light lilac-y purple with a little pink and yellow like way back in there, but it's kind of purplish too. Cute. All right, your spirit oracle card is tobacco. There's a purple circle on here. Yeah, okay, you're pushing it. Did I tell you that the iris wants to help you revitalize your connection to your inner guidance? I feel like I skipped that part. Iris is really a restorative. She wants to help you discover your true passions and allowing inspiration and creativity to flow. So that's iris. And what's interesting about this tobacco is there is that, is that the Kabbalah tree of life, like that geometric looking thing? I've like not really ever gotten into it myself. But that's what's behind him. I feel like that's a dude. I feel like that this might be my pile for my dudes. Did you dudes pick the feather? This is all about expansion, trajectory, and evolution. And his arms are like outward in a big V. Tobacco. And he's like allowing himself to be illuminated with this energy behind him. And I've often thought about growing tobacco, not related to smoke, because, you know, I don't typically smoke my herbs, but sometimes it's nice to have a little tobacco to crumble and give to the earth. Like if you're going to harvest something, like just in that native expression of like, I love you, thank you, and you give a little tobacco. So I thought like, oh, well, it might be fun to grow it just to have it for that. So you can quit tearing apart cigarettes. No, I don't even do that. But anyways, tobacco, expansion, trajectory, evolution. Where are you going to get the inspiration to do that? From your connection to divine guidance, from iris, from your inspiration, from lavender, your femininity, from letting go of stress. Ooh, expansion into service, into helping others with an open heart. This evolution of stepping into more satisfying energy, because you're stepping into the wholeness of who you are. You're allowing your creative expression to be given gladly with an open heart, right? You're sharing your works, you're sharing your expression. It feels so good and people are benefiting. That's a good trajectory to be on. All right, let's see what you got at the end. I was like, is it purple? Is it purple? It's like the lightest color of aqua marine. Kind of matches the background in the iris. It's really pretty. This picture is so beautiful. I actually just tweeted or retweeted there was like a trio of pictures and they all sort of had this coloring. So they must have edited it like, because it's like a field of flowers, but it's this perfect watered down aquamarine with a little bit of gold. It's so pretty. And it's called the Ondarian Cosmic Blue. All right, so you got the lavender that told you that stress is an illusion that you can let go of whenever you choose. And I'm just pre-reading. It says, when there is discord, I bring harmony. So before I pre-read the whole damn thing, it's like, listen, stress is an illusion. And once you realize that, you can let it go. Well, then your gift to others is going to be bringing the harmony to their lives, letting them know that stress is an illusion that they can let go of, letting them know that they can already start to feel more relaxed and changed, right? And so maybe you can use that hypnotic word you might have noticed in your service to others. You can say to somebody, you might have noticed you've already started to change and become more happy in your life. And you can just give little people little nuggets of your inspiration that really does help with the trajectory of us all as a whole. So really start to think about maybe this weekend, like how else you can expand your service to others, how you can let go of any little stresses that maybe you've been holding on to that really are not necessary now. You can drop them, just like this great horned owl dropped this feather in my mom's yard. Like, it didn't need it anymore. And it wanted me to have it. Oh, absolutely. So anyways, discover your true passions and allow inspiration and creativity to flow. All right, here's your activation. From Ondarian Cosmic Blue. Where there is discord, I bring harmony. Where there is confusion, I bring clarity. Where there is uncertainty, I bring knowing. Where there is judgment, I bring acceptance and compassion. I am a channel and anchor of the divine mother energies. Working with me is likened to being hugged, nurtured, and cared for by the mother. I am here to help you awaken fully to your infinite potential. Oh wow, you guys, and it's 11:33 as I finish this to confirm the beauty and mastery of that energy. So you awakening fully into your full potential. And as you sit there, you might have noticed you've already started to awaken fully into your infinite potential. So bring the harmony, bring the clarity, bring the knowing, bring the acceptance, bring the compassion of the divine mother energies that reside within you, that you have access to. So continue to open your heart and keep it open, okay? Keep it open and, let the divine energies hug you, and then extend that unconditional love outwards towards everyone and start hugging everyone. Oh yeah, I know that's almost against the law to suggest you hug somebody right now in this period of time, but I'm doing it. And you, even if you don't want to put your physical arms around someone, you can put your energetic arms around someone. All right, so send me some hugs. Yeah, I would love that. Okay, thanks you guys. I gotta get going. I gotta literally run out the door, but I will see you again next week for another episode of Ho. You're gonna love it. Our herb of the week next week, to give you something to look forward to, is gonna be skullcap, and we're gonna manifest more tranquility. So I hope that you will continue to join me. So much love to you. Thank you.